Hi, good evening. This is Chlorellaman. I'm going to give you a crash course about coffee enemas to detox heavy metal poisoning, especially lead. Um, for those who are not familiar with enemas, this is basically a way to inject liquid in your bottom as a way to absorb nutrients or cleanse your system. Um, so As you suspect, there are two different sort of enemas, the retention enemas and the short-term cleansing enema. The retention enema has for sole purpose to absorb supplements, liquids, um, in order to get refreshed, um, like you would take a supplement orally. Now, the second type of enema, the cleansing enema, is a short-term enema in terms of between the time you actually have the enema and the time you actually go to the bathroom is going to be less than 10 minutes, and that is going to be a cleansing enema. Um, Substances that will cleanse you and make you go to the bathroom very fast are magnesium, uh, and that's pretty much all I can think about. Magnesium is usually a great way to have a cleansing enema. The the equipment, you have the classical red bottle, which is the red enema bottle, and then you have attached to it a nice white tube, which is about 3 feet long, which at the end of it you have a tip, which is which the thing that you are going to insert in your ear. There, this thing is a little tap that is basically squeezing the tube to prevent the extraction of the liquid or not. Closed, no liquid; open, liquid flowing. Now, in that bottle, you want to put a liquid. It's a big bottle. If you put that much liquid, it's going to be a cleansing enema because you won't be able to keep it very long in your system. So if you want to have a supplement enema, you can go with a little bottle, which is a baby enema bottle. It's a little squeezy thing that you can have just just a little bit amount of liquid and some supplements in it, and then you just can have this for the day. Well, some rule of thumb about what you're going to put in your enema bottle. Don't put anything in your ear that you cannot take orally. So if you are allergic to something or that you cannot handle orally, don't think that you're going to handle it in your ear. It won't happen. Now, it won't test anything in your ear. That's one of the advantage. Three things that I would like to introduce for this enema, this coffee enema. So in the coffee, you don't want to put a large amount of coffee, maybe like 6-8 ounces max, and then in that coffee that is cold. When I say cold, it's room temperature. In any case, it's any kind of warmth, because if it's too warm, it's going to burn you. And believe me, your finger might say it's okay, your mouth might say it's okay, and your ear is gonna say it's way too warm. So just make sure it's room temperature until you are very comfortable about the process. Now, three things that we're going to put in the enema is chlorella. You're gonna put a spoonful of that, which is it's a powder which has a very good chelator effect. Meaning chelator, it is going to help and facilitate the extraction of heavy metal, especially lead, out of you. It's actually very efficient also with mercury detox. On top of that, you're going to put two supplements. You're going to put milk thistle, which is a herb which is very good to detox liver, and you want to use maybe 2 droplets of that. This bottle here is empty, but two droplets, and make sure this compound here is alcohol free. This brand, for example, provides alcohol-free milk thistle, nature's answer. How to find the alcohol-free one in a liquid form. And the EDTA, which is a great chelator for lead. Now you want to put 3 caps of that. You open the caps and you pour it in your coffee, and then you make sure it's dissolved. You stir it, and then you put it in your Enema bottle, and then you shake it real good. Then you suspend your bottle, and then you oil the tip of your Enema equipment here. You oil the tip all the way along. You make sure this is screwed correctly here, and then once you have done that, you make sure this is closed. You flip the bottle. You take the bottle. You suspend it. If I didn't say that, so what you want to do before you put this in your rear, now that it's oiled, you want to open it until it starts pouring the liquid just a little bit, and then you close it right away. The way you do that is that the reason you do that is because you're going to get all the air out of this tube, and you don't want air in your system because it's hard to keep air in your system. As you might know, they have a tendency to try to escape those little air things in your bowels and stomach and intestines. So after you've done that, just make sure once again you shake it all up just before you're ready to have the enema. The reason why I say that is because this bottle has a tendency to clog. The tube is quite fine, and all the powders you put in your coffee enema might just go down and then clog the system. So you just want to make sure you shake it all up before you're ready to get in position. Now, if you want to, the position is simple. You basically get into a sort of like a baby playing with his feet. You basically get your feet close to your ear, or your knees close to your ears. You get your feet in the air, and then you are ready to insert this in your rear. Now, the way to do that the first time, you don't know if you're doing it right. So a rule of thumb, if it doesn't feel good, it's not getting it properly. So to get it properly, it's simple. If it's not feeling right, you insert it very gently, very nicely, very simply. Now, if it doesn't feel right, tilt it one way, try it. If it doesn't feel right, you tilt the other way until you find the comfortable position. So you have an axis of 360 degrees to play with to find what is the correct angle to get in. And then once you get in, and if it still doesn't feel good at any kind of angle, just relax. You have to relax. You're inserting something in your rear. If you need to relax. Simple as that. You need to relax as you were wanting to go to the bathroom. Now, if you realize you have to go to the bathroom at that point, you just go to the bathroom and you try again. You shake your bottle again to make sure all the compounds are spread all across the liquid and not clogging the system. And then you try again. And then that's it. You let it go until the bottle's empties. And how do you know the bottle's emptied? Well, it's going to sound like the bottle is empty. You're going to hear some bubble sound, and then eventually you're gonna feel some air getting inside your rear, which is well, if you don't want to get air, you gotta stop it before that. So make sure you're ready to press and click this back, and then once you closed it, you remove this gently, and then that's it. You have your first retention enema, and so you can go about your day. Make sure you do that in the morning, because the coffee might give you some effect a lot longer than if you had taken it orally. It might keep you awake, and it might get you excited. And basically, we're running short of time here. I wish you enjoy this program, and I'll see you soon online. You can contact me at chlorellaman.com or on YouTube. Bye.